This is Colin McGuigan for IFLTV. Delighted to be joined with my guy, Amo Williams. Amo, we're back again. The Amo show premieres is all I've heard out of you. How excited are you to headline your own show in Orlando this weekend?
Colin, you've seen this whole thing, man. You've seen the development of myself. You've seen all I had to go through. You've seen the stakes. You've seen me in Saudi Arabia. You've seen me everywhere. London. You've seen me in all of these places where Ammo was rolling the dice, and this personality, this character that they get to experience, could have been wiped away. That's the realities of the sports that I chose. And now that we here, I got my own show, man. I'm just over the moon. I'm over the moon. I'm ready. I got my wife. She's right here with me. I'm ready to not only set greatness for myself, but set greatness for my family, because, you know, she's a 9-time national champion. She was actually a better professional than I am. She was a better amateur than I am. She was at the Olympic Training Center. She did spar with everybody around the world. She did do the international fights and things like that. Matchroom pulled me out of the amateurs because they knew I had a pro style. So, you know, Matchroom being interested in her, being able to start the Ammo show, is just giving a platform for not only myself, but for my wife. So, man, it's just incredible how blessings come, how they kind of accumulate up amongst themselves, and all you got to do is keep acing these things, acing the performances, taking a risk, performing and showing up when you get these opportunities. The world premiere, the Ammo show is March 15th, and we are about to take over.
Amo, I want to rewind the clock a little bit. Last time we spoke, you were fresh off the Shiraz defeat, and kind of a little different than Amo Williams going into the last fight. You had a lot of demons maybe to get rid of at that point. And when we spoke, you talked about, you know, edging the people out of your life who were just naysayers, people that just came along for the ride, and then when things got tough, they left. What was that process been like since then to now?
Oh, man, it's been, if you remember, I said it was like a cleansing, like a purging of myself. The people involved in my life are now people who I trust. When everything's going perfect, everyone is right there. Everyone is your best friend, your biggest supporter. They'll tell you, they'll be there with you through everything. And, you know, for people who haven't been through something that I've been through in Saudi Arabia, where the world turned their back on me, and I'm not going to say the world, because I did have a lot of loyal fans and supporters, and I love you guys. But I did have a lot of people who I thought were close to me turn their back on me. And that moment kind of just expanded upon the heartbreak that I was already feeling. But me being a believer in God, me knowing myself, I knew that that moment would come to an end. I knew that I would be back on top soon. And when I was back on top, it'd just be a better version of my life, because I'd be able to get rid of everybody around who turned their back, who thought that that moment was everything. Sometimes when people fall down, people think that's a career-defining thing. They think that's over with. They celebrate. They clap. They say, yes, Ammo's done. He's not that guy. He's not the one. He's not the one that they promote him as. Yes, we don't have to see him on the TV anymore. Yes, we don't have to hear the interviews. Yes, he's the one with the tail, right? Yes, that guy. We don't have to see him anymore. Oh, thank you. Yes, we don't have to cheer for him. We don't have to act like we're happy for him anymore. And they turn their back and they walk and they close the door and they think the show is over. The show goes on. The show goes on, and the show goes on with people that I know I can love and I can trust. So the fear of who will leave my life, who's really here, that anonymous feeling of you not really knowing, oh, that question is solved. I know exactly who's here. And now the people that I have relationships with, the relationships are not just about boxing. My relationship with Kevin Cunningham, not about boxing. As much as it seems, my relationship with Eddie Hearn, not just about boxing. As much as it seems, as normal as that story is, not in Amo Williams' life, though. And, that time in my life just allowed me to solidify people in my life who I love and who I be with in the same way. If they go through something, there's no way I would turn my back on them. I'd be right there in the darkest moments, in the deepest trench, because that's the type of person you want to go to war with. That's the type of person you want to go to war with. You want to go to war with the person that you know, when it's just you and that person, and the whole team is fled because the other side has had more success. You know, seeing your people die. Oh God. And it's a chance that you can go to. You want to look over to your left and look over to your right and see people that you're willing to go out with. And that's who I have in my life right now.
When you talk about being deep in those trenches, Amo, does that give you extra ammunition going into this weekend where the Amo Williams show really premieres this headline event in Orlando? Something that obviously you wanted to do, you want to headline shows, but really you want to further your career. You're not looking past Volney, but you know what you need to go to next.
Oh yeah, not looking past Volney at all, and I don't have a sense of worry about Volney right now because of my preparation and what I've done and been able to achieve. How much I've invested into this camp. Oh, the numbers are insane. How much I invested into this camp, invested into getting my life right. Since you seen me in the preparation and coming into the November 9th fight, man, I had to invest everything I had. Like I said, the numbers have been insane. But now that we're here and the ammo show is on, the fear was pretty much making it here. The fear was crunching down and wringing out that towel for everything I had just to make it here and to maximize the ammunition. Because what do they call me? They call me the mechanic, all right? You have a car, you take a car, you have a base engine, maybe a V8. I don't see myself ever starting with a V6 or anything lower than that. You have a V8. Now that V8, you have to break it down, cylinder by cylinder. If you want to end up with a V12, if you want to end up with twin turbos, if you want to have it supercharged, the only way to get to that point is to break that engine all the way down. It's only one way. And in this process of, since April 26th, 2019 until March 15th, 2025, you have seen me work on this car. You've seen me dissect and break down this engine. You've seen me expand myself, add more ammunition, more bullets, better bullets, bigger ammunition, more. Everything about me is just so much more brilliant. It's not in any way, shape, or form flashy. It's not in any way, shape, or form gaudy. What I'm going to bring to the world is just brilliance, just class, something that can be expressed in ballrooms, something that can be expressed at galas, something that can be expressed at black tie events, things of that nature. The way I speak, the way I move, the way I dance, the way that I finish guys, all of these things, and nothing in it has to be anything other than classy. And that takes real brains and knowledge to achieve, and it's time for that canister to be open for the world to enjoy.
Well, there's another guy on this card that I know you want to face in Edgar Berlanga. Is there animosity between you two, or what's the situation between you and Edgar? Because you've said you fear no one, you will fight anyone, but Edgar Berlanga is someone on your hit list. Do you want to make that fight?
You know what? I don't know why people try to make a thing between me and Edgar Berlanga. I've never met the guy. I don't know him.
That's all.
You know what? When they told me he'd be on the show, I knew it would be a thing. You know, he's another fighter that's very popular. If anything, he's more popular than me. I'll say it. I'll say it. He is more popular, more known, you know. And that's okay because I've never been kind of after the popularity or I'm just in the circle that he's in and stuff. It's amongst people that I respect, but it's not amongst people that I want to be with or anything. So I'm not viewing him as like, oh, someone I really want to get or nothing like that. We being honest, when they said he'd be on the show, I got excited. Myself, Ammo Williams got excited in the sense of the show will be a lot more exciting. It'll bring a lot more numbers to the show. It'll sell out. He'll bring a crowd that I won't have animosity with. He's Puerto Rican. My wife is Puerto Rican. My father-in-law is Puerto Rican. My grandfather-in-law is Puerto Rican. Proud Taino. Proud. And the Mareo blood is in me. So, no, there is no hit list or a side eye for Edgar Berlanga at all. I'm very happy, actually, that he's on the card. I'm happy that he's bringing a crowd. whatever situation landed him in a position to be on this undercard has nothing to do with me. When I got my show, when the ammo show was to be premiered, I wasn't thinking who can I get on my undercard and kind of put down in a sense. Anybody a part of this show is a part of the ammo show right now. And I don't doubt that he'll build back up and then have his own shows. But also, look who else is on my card. We got Omari Jones on my card. Some young kid that I admire. That I had Olympic dreams when I turned pro, and well, when I started boxing, not when I turned pro. I thought Olympics was something I could do. I achieved the #1 ranking in the United States of America in less than 2 years of boxing and things like that. But they instantly let me know that I did not have an amateur style, and it wasn't going to go through for Olympics. And Mike Campbell, somebody I know very well from USA Boxing, he tried to pull for me to get in the OTC and things of that nature, but they just said I didn't have enough experience. I didn't have enough fights. That door wasn't open for me right now. And Eddie Hearn swooped in, took me as a pro, and I was only fighting for 3 years. And now look at where we're at. So my attention is not on that at all. My attention is not on anything other than the support of all the fighters on the card. All he can do is make the show bigger. At the end of the day, he had to accept being on this card. You know how much business goes into boxing. He had to get the call. His manager had to accept it. He had to sign the contract. So much stuff going into that I don't know. That has nothing to do with me. But my main focus and my only focus is Volney. Volney is the opponent. Volney is the guy in front of me as I kick off this show. And people don't understand. Volney is not a bad fighter. He's a really good fighter. So if I was immature and looking at another popular guy and trying to turn my attention and my efforts to him, that would be me missing boxing points #1, which is stay alert. Protect yourself at all times. Volney would probably celebrate if I was out here talking about somebody who's not even in my weight class right now when he's in front of me.
I want to ask you, what can the fans expect from you this weekend? We've seen you really fight always with your heart on your sleeve. This weekend, will it be much of the same? Will we see this Ammo show premiere Saturday night, an explosive, dominating performance from Ammo Williams?
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. The Ammo show is the greatest show on the planet. It will be here after my physical presence is no longer here. We are starting something amazing with Matchroom Boxing and DAZN. O'Reilly Auto Parts is now a proud sponsor of this show. O'Reilly with the mechanic. Oh God, how awesome is that? O'Reilly. I mean, come on. I'm sorry, but I'm excited. You know what I deliver in the ring. There's not been one moment in time where I haven't delivered the explosiveness, the pursuit of the knockout, the pursuit of the most exciting thing that the fans can deliver. All I know how to do is that. Anybody who wonders what Ammo will bring and deliver into this fight, go watch the previous 19 fights I had, whether I won or lost. Because even in a fight that I didn't come up with the victory, we did almost get the biggest knockout ever. Yeah, you remember that? It was a conversation to have. And yeah, on that night, it wasn't my night to win, but it was my night to fight. I've always fought. Anytime that they asked me to fight, I've never pulled out of a fight, but now it's my show and everything. The epitome of Ammo Williams, not the pinnacle, because we still got a lot of growing to do, but the epitome of Ammo Williams will be on full display, and the most explosive and exciting knockout that the world has ever seen will be shown to date. Because each Ammo Williams show will produce a better knockout. Each Ammo Williams show will produce more class. You'll see the growth of myself. You'll see me come back better, as I'm sure you see in these interviews.
Well, Ammo, I appreciate your time as always. It's a pleasure to speak to you. We look forward to this dominating performance Saturday night, and we'll catch up after. Appreciate your time, bro.